All right, what is going on, my friend? Welcome back to the channel. And today I woke up at like 5:30 with no alarm, full of energy, went for a run, took a shower, got dressed, and honestly just kind of sat here. I started journaling a little bit, trying to get my day organized. Was feeling ultimately pulled in the direction of making this video because I woke up to something that kind of shocked me, even though it was not that big of a deal. But over the weekend, my dad came over. I had an awesome weekend, by the way, you guys. Such a needed weekend. I had an awesome weekend with my daughter. We went to the beach. Worship music in the park on Sunday. It was all good. But Saturday, my dad actually came over and I cut my dad's hair. And I'm sitting there trimming his hair. And then he gets up and he's getting ready to leave. And we started talking about the Charlie Kirk thing just a tiny bit because my dad actually didn't know that Charlie was the founder of his own business, The Turning Point, and was a very successful entrepreneur. And eventually the thought came across my mind, and it was a thought that I had already had earlier that morning, but I hadn't shared it with anybody. And I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and share it with my dad. You know, he's my dad, right? And I looked at him and I was like, I'm not gonna probably mention this anywhere else or go around saying this, but Charlie Kirk felt like the white MLK in terms of how outspoken he was about his beliefs and the fact that he was open to a debate and a conversation. I don't know. It was just a thought came across my mind. Kind of crazy, right? Like white MLK, like what gives us the right to give someone that title, I guess. But then I opened up Threads this morning, and so we are over here in Threads, and we are on Young Hoon Kim, apparently the world's highest IQ holder. You know what I'm saying? Haven't looked that much into this guy, but he's got 35,000 followers and some pretty official looking documentation and stuff. Yeah, I want to just scroll down a little bit to show you where I saw that. I agree. Charlie Kirk was the Martin Luther King Jr. of our time. Now, part two of this video. So there's two parts to this video. One, my original thoughts align with the highest IQ person in the world. So what are we doing? I mean, I'm pretty much a genius, right? I'm coming off of having COVID for like a week, and I still have a cough. Moving on to more important things, but actually very related, because once I was on this man's profile, I was kind of interested and started scrolling around. Apparently, the man with the world's highest IQ is also a very firm believer in Christ. And Charlie even went out of his way to recognize this person.
Hey everybody, did you know that the smartest man in the world, Young Hoo Kim, with the highest documented IQ on the planet, well over a 246 point IQ, which has been approved by the official society that measures these things, has come out and said that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. The smartest man on the planet knows that Jesus Christ is Lord. In fact, the truth of the scriptures and Jesus being Lord has satisfied the greatest minds in history, from Newton to Bach to Kierkegaard to Tolstoy to Dostoevsky. So many of the greatest minds of history have admitted that Jesus is Lord. What is stopping you? Are you smarter than them? Accept Jesus today. It's the most important decision you'll make, which is the answer to the question, who is Jesus Christ?
So there we have it, my friends. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. That is one of my core messages and themes on this channel. So if that is something you also believe in, be sure to like, subscribe. This is definitely a safe space for believers, Christians. It's actually part of the reason I started this YouTube channel, if not the singular reason for starting this channel. And it's been one of my challenges of how do I incorporate Christian content into my videos? Because honestly, you guys, I don't know how to explain this in a way that you fully get, but I actually do believe that my purpose here on earth is to help motivate people to follow Jesus. But to be completely honest with you, that's kind of been a challenge in its own right, because I mean, we live in a world where everyone is entitled to their own thoughts, their own beliefs. And so directly challenging these sometimes is difficult. It's nuanced, it's fragile. I want my viewers and the people impacted by me to have an authentic understanding, because I don't ever want to just be someone that comes on here and screams like Jesus is alive, even though that's actually what I want to do, because I've experienced supernatural things that I would just say, like, I feel like I've seen things that most people have not, and feel very blessed to have been given these insights. And so that is why I come with this message. That is pretty much all that I've got. Just wanted to talk about this a little bit. Appreciate you tuning in for a few minutes. If it's your first time, feel free to like or subscribe if you want to check out more videos. I'm super pumped with the level of content production that we're going to be able to do. Hopefully the microphone is sounding good. Just got the new mic like this last week. And I actually was editing all of my videos like on my phone and like doing all this airdrop stuff, but CapCut desktop version is working good for me, which is really nice because I've used it previously and it was really clunky and like not working well. So yeah, back to editing videos on the desktop. Got the microphone, can just slide it back and forth. All right, my friends, just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Apparently, my original thoughts align with the world's leading IQ scorer, and that same person believes that Jesus is Christ and that Jesus is Lord. I just think that's really awesome and wanted to share. I'll see you on the next one.